Goodbye, Vancouver. We have arrived and we are taking off. We're launching. We're at the stern of the ship. We have a beautiful full suite. It's called the Penthouse Suite, and the name of our room is, our stateroom is Juno. It's a beautiful day here in Vancouver.
Here we go. Come on.
We're heading out towards Ketchikan. We wave to people. Do they wave back? No, but they take pictures of us. Grandpa took his Dramamine. We're looking for a wonderful trip.
Best word for it? Decapitates that bottle. Basically, every single bottle of wine has, well, say quite a few individual bubbles. We're looking at, did a study putting 46 million individual bubbles in each of their bottles of champagne. Yeah, it takes a lot of drinking. There's a couple of people sitting right next to their glasses and going bottle after bottle. What I'm going to do, this is a special tool. Yes, I'll be very careful on this one. Now, it is very much cutting through the glass, but I assure you this is quite safe. You'll notice that we're literally taking off with a part of the cork, but I wouldn't say that I'd be drinking out of the bottle, but it's quite safe to be pouring straight from.
Wow. I've seen them do that with a sword on TV. Did you get that on?
Here enhance the flavor. Okay, so let's have this one. Just be careful, it's hard, but of course I'll lower the temperature, I'll bring down the temperature a bit. Plain sour cream and the caviar itself. Alright, sweetness of potato, sourness of the sour cream itself, and the saltiness of the caviar. Let's find out.
And I was telling you a bit earlier that
Oh my.
There's my splash.
I keep the rest. Thank you.
Here comes our next course at the chef's table dinner. Superb selections.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you have your main course here. This is what we call the medieval trio of tenderloin, beef, veal, and pork. So what I'm going to do now is just do some flavoring first. Get the flavor from the alcohol, get rid of the alcohol. Oh, you see that? They're so sad when they hear that, huh? Right? I just want the flavor from the brandy, and then the veal is cooked with marsala, the beef is cooked with brandy, and then the pork is cooked with Madeira wine. All right. So this is the only time that I'm allowed to do that, to do the flaming. If you want to do it in your own place, don't do it. Don't do it in your neighborhood, huh?
Somebody else's place, huh?
There you go. All right, there you go.
Whoa, beautiful.
All right, there you go. So once the flame is out, the alcohol is gone. One more. Yes.
He really likes to flame a lot, doesn't he?
He's flaming.
chocolate warm ganache on top. It starts to melt down. I mean, it's already melted down. And then you have the chocolate ice cream with the raisins soaked with a little amount of whiskey. And then you have the raspberry or the mixed berries soaked with a little amount of Galliano. And then this one is placed over the top of substitute sugar called isomalt, the blue plate. And then you have the phyllo dough made out of farming there. And then some flowers and leaves made of isomalt sugar as well. The only thing that you can, or you might not eat it, is the plate, huh? The white plate. The rest you can have it.
Are you sure?
Of course. Oh! And of course, this petit fours now is again made, look at this isomalt sugar. This is made by him this morning, and then he's still doing one more, and then he's using his torch, everything. Isomalt sugar, and then petit fours, you have the biscotti, and then you have the amaretti biscuits, you have the almond, you have the strawberry covered with white and dark chocolate. That comes very well with your coffee and latte and cappuccino. Yeah? All right?
Oh,
It's beautiful, huh?
here we are. We're arriving in Ketchikan. It's Monday morning. The Coast Guard is escorting us in. It's interesting. There's a Coast Guard, and they have one of their Coast Guard guys up front, and there's a lovely little gun escorting us in. Something I wouldn't have expected. But here's the town as we come in. They originally were a huge timber community, and they have some other well-known, interesting characteristics, which I won't elaborate here. But now they've had to go to commercialism and tourism to keep their community alive. Not only are we docking, but also there's another ship coming in. And I heard last night that we have about 2,600 people or more on our ship alone. So you can imagine how huge it is. There goes the Coast Guard. They saw us safely in. Now I believe they're racing to, oh, there's two. We were flanked on both sides. Now they're going out to escort the other ship in. Happy days.
They usually like a little bit further up in the snow. They like to crawl in them further up in the alpine because they like it when the snow covers them. It kind of closes the lid to a thermos, keeps their heat in. I'm a bit scared to crawl in there now. Just check up here around there every time I come in this area. I guess the bear was pissed. Yeah. So, moving on. So the eagles around here, the brown and golden specked ones, they're not golden eagles, they're just juvenile bald-headed eagles. They're going to stay brown and golden specked for probably 2 to 3 years before they actually get their adult plumage.
I'm looking for the salmon here. This is a hatchery. There, I got it. He's a big one.
Bears actually do come into that netted area and they're like, oh my god, there's all these things in space, and they swipe at them and play in there, and then they just go crazy.
He's heading towards the ladder to go up and spawn. Beautiful up close bald eagle.
There's a pecking order here. They will push each other out of the way for pieces of food. Other than that, petting and pictures is all fine as long as you feed them a piece of lettuce. Positive reinforcement that those two kinds of things are good. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Go ahead, feed some more.
All right, I'll get another. They drop them everywhere.
Hey. Hello.
Like,
Early spring.
early.
Whoa, we want to climb over. We want to climb over. Grandpa, he wants another one. She does. Ready?
There you go. Hold on. Hold on.
Let's get this poor little guy over here, honey, to your left.
All right. There you go.
She was waiting very patiently.
Okay. Watch the fingers.
Which we do have sanitation.
Buddy.
We'll pick it up.
Come on, picking it up. Want to pick it up? He can pick it up. They drop their antlers every year.
Hello, welcome to Alaska Wildlife Foundation. We are a nonprofit organization that does rescue, release, and education. We have our 2 permanent resident birds of prey. We have our bald eagle, who's down here in her enclosure, and we have our great horned owl. Both of these birds were injured as adults in the wild and cannot be re-released. They both sustained right wing injuries which prevent them from being able to hunt or to get away from predators, which is why they are here with us and will be in captivity for the rest of their lives. Bald eagles see about 8 times better than we can. They can see their prey up to 2 miles away. Their main diet are fish, but they'll also eat waterfowl, small mammals, rodents, and carrion. Their favorite way to hunt, though, is to steal from someone else. Great horned owls see in black and white and are mainly active during dawn and dusk. The shapes around their eyes are feathers, which are shaped like antennae. These feathers will help collect sounds and filter them to their offset ears, which are located on the side of their head. This way they can find their prey without actually ever seeing it. Owls' feathers have serrated edges like that of a saw blade. This allows air to flow through, which helps them with their silent flight. And their main diet are rodents, but they're also known to eat small mammals, other birds, reptiles, and great horned owls are the main predator for the skunk.
And this block of wood right here is going to be the bear's snout. And it's in there. This area here fits right there. It's called mortise and tenon. And it'll take 2 dowels, one on each side, to hold that block in there. These are the arms of the bear that I'm working on. And on the side here is going to be a 10-inch slot, about 5 inches deep. And it'll take 2 dowels, about 20 inches long, to hold the arms inside that slot. The slot itself will hold the arms up so that look like there's a one jacket and rip you to shreds. What I'm working on here today, just using my mallet and chisels and curved knife and straight knives and all that, I'm going to have another easy day. This is the arm of the bear now, and these are the claws. By just using my knives, chisels and all that, you get in between there and just clean it all up. So, if you want to ask me questions, go right ahead. I'm just pecking away at this thing all
How long have you been doing this for?
23 years, not on this pole. I've been carving for 23 years now, and this is my 33rd pole.
33rd, wow.
So this part is going to be pretty easy, just a matter of cleaning this thing up.
So it takes you, what, about 9 or 10 months?
No, it takes me 3.5 months for a 9-foot pole.
Oh, 3.5 months.
I just finished carving another one that was 27 feet, and we rose it 1 week ago for the Veterans Administration. And that one took me 8.5 months with my wife and I, and my sons and my buddy.
Wow.
Do you go out to the forest and find a tree, or?
I've done that with this last pole that I carved, and this company, this orders it from another company, and they give me trees that way. They bring trees in every spring. And 3 years running, they gave me a lousy tree.
Oh dear.
Yes. This is supposed to be 18 feet and fit right in here. And it usually fits right in here. But
Shorted you a bit.
when I cut the butt end of the tree off, the rest of the tree was had a big crack all the way through it, and split. Big,
Oh dear.
and it had a big twist to it. So I couldn't use it.
We are departing lovely Ketchikan. It's rained all day, but fortunately our walk through the rainforest was lovely. We saw evidence of bears, but none. We saw lots of bald eagles and got really close to them. You've probably seen the videos already on those. But now we're taking off. We backed up a little bit and now they're using, I think Grandpa said they're called thrusters, something like that, and they're pushing the boat sideways so that we can head out straight. Because we're at the back end, remember? This is the tail end. See the water churning. And then we're going to be heading out into that mist. And our next location, I believe, is Juneau. Juneau, Alaska. It's crisp. There are 4 cruise ships that tied up here today. You can see them here. 4. We learned an interesting fact that there were around 8,000 people. Our tour guide said here in Ketchikan, and on a day like this, they double their population. So if we had 2,600 on our boat, each of these had, you know, a good 2,000 easily. They doubled their population. But it's very touristy, lots of jewelry shops. I stayed out of them. Grandpa was proud of me. But we're having a good time. Here's Grandpa with his picture, taking a picture. On to Juneau. We see a whale, first one. No breaches yet, but he's going through the back of the wake of the boat. Yeah, he's blowing bubbles, but we saw his flipper come up. We'll watch, we'll be patient. We'll watch it. Oh, the fish? Yep, and that's when you'll see them. Oops. See some. Did she say they were orcas or killer?
Same thing.
Killer. Oh, they're the same?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, there he is. Oh, there's 3 of them? 4 of them. 5 or 6? Whole family. There they are.
Did you get some? Might have them.
Killer whales. Have to be about, I think they said 5 or 6 of them easily. They travel in families. Getting a little rocky here, but trying to hold it steady. You can see them. Beautiful. Beautiful. They're right up alongside of our boat. How beautiful. Oh. How beautiful.
Here could somebody some space above me.
Oh, this is the closest we've ever been. Beautiful little family. believe it, these are humpback whales now.
Those are good.
I'm losing them. There he is.
For now, just watch.
Yeah, shh, listen.
Oh, look at it. That means it's goodbye. Yeah, darn it.
Goodbye, see you in a while.
Oh, well, that one didn't go.
Go now.
There he is. Speedy.
Come back. He wants to play with the front of the ship.
There he is. There he goes again.
I got that one.
There we go. We got him. Oh, there he is underwater. Look at him. There he goes. Underwater, underwater. Got him, got him, got him.
Got the water going up.
There we go.
There are some more just ahead of us, so keep an eye out. We're going to kind
Look
of
how
focus in the area.
fast.
Hopefully you're getting some looks at them here.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting
But
video.
another small pod just ahead. We'll go this way. Since they're still playing with us here a little. Now I know the 11 and the 1 o'clock position are not the best position for everyone to get a good look, since you had in mind to do these animals, and someone's still struggling and hasn't seen it.
Okay, this is the Herbert Glacier. There we go. Sea lions playing on the buoy.
Yeah,
Which I think-
lions mean seals.
Seals. Did she say seals or sea lions?
Sea lion. I'll say those seals.
And now get those cameras
those
ready for the
seals.
lineup of sea lions that front out the Herbert Glacier.
Yeah, when I'm a little kid, I see them right by me. See that?
I'm going to spin the boat here, view from the port side for a minute.
Well, she's turning the boat.
Turning a boat around?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Sun their flippers, they stick their flippers out of the water with back sitting on the
One of the sea lions is trying to come up on the buoy, but his friends aren't being very cooperative.
There comes the bear. Another one, and another one,
That's goodbye.
and another one.
Bye.
There they are. Yeah, the whites and the blacks. Never been? Huh?
I might have been when I was like playing around.
That thing's
That's the clicking sound.
When you want as tall as a hunter.
See how much you learned?
Oh, look at that. Three, all four. All going together. Look at that, all four.
Now the tail.
Now the tail. Oh, cool. Cool.
For just playing around.
Last tail coming up.
Yay! Caught the tail. Nice. Oh, there's another one.
Right now, he's headed out around.
There's one.
They actually blow up there pretty high. Oh, they are. Nice big bass. Take a right turn, Captain. Yeah.
There he goes. There he goes. Oh, wait. Oh, bye-bye. Woo!
Here we are at Mendenhall Glacier. Beautiful. I think we're up by the visitor center. Beautiful blue. You can see where parts of the glacier have broken away. There's a pretty waterfall over here on the right, and there are actually people down there underneath it. Amazing. We got a seal or a sea lion here swimming just off the stern of our ship.
Unless it's a sea otter.
Or a sea otter. Grandpa thinks he's probably eating the salmon. Dinner time.
I'm gonna take a look with the binoculars.
Oh, I've got it right here.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, he just went under. All right, it is Wednesday morning and we are in beautiful Skagway. This is our last shore excursion. Today we're going to take the train. The Yukon White River, I don't know, I'll have to look up the name train. This is known for its gold rush days. Fascinating stories we'll have to share when we get home. But the White Pass, there it is, Yukon route, that's what we're going to be taking later. It's It's kind of like a narrow gauge railroad. But it's beautiful. Beautiful day. We are on the White Pass Yukon train outside of Skagway. Beautiful scenery. Reminds us of our Amtrak train ride a little bit. Grandpa and I are standing out in between the cars right now, getting some fresh air. So far, so good. We're in Canada now. We're getting ready to switch the engines, move them to the back of the train so we don't have to back. I don't know how many miles we've gone, 50, 60 miles. But it's been beautiful, really unique experience. Here we go, you can see our train. It has 3 engines pulling us. I don't know how many cars, 10 or 12 at least. This looks like an old station.
Takes about 4 days to hike. And after you see the sign facing the train that says Trail of 98, we're going through that longer of the 2 tunnels. It's 670 feet long, and again, it will be quite dark inside.
This is called what, Stampeder's Trail?
Come out the other side where I'll see that
Trail of 98. And it was a two-way. It was a two-way street. Yeah, I know. You can see where some of it is eroded over the years.
There's a 50-pound pack at least, right?
We just left Skagway, and a little while ago, while we were watching Landon Swank from America's Got Talent, The Illusionist, he performed on board tonight. Wonderful show. Beautiful sunset today. Very picturesque. Mountains in the background. There was a waterfall on the side. We're a little bit past it now. Been having a good time. Going to relax. Tomorrow, Glacier Bay. And all the animals. And they've got some park rangers coming in. And apparently Princess is one of the few lines they allow to go into Glacier Bay because of their high ecological performance or whatever, environmental awareness. Good morning. We are entering Glacier Bay. Beautiful morning. It's a little overcast though. The park rangers are on board and they're presenting some information around the ship. We haven't seen them yet. We just got up a little while ago and doing some laundry and just panning the beautiful scenery so you all can see. We'll be on the lookout for wildlife in a little bit after we've had our breakfast on our balcony. Ever watchful. Good morning, Glacier Bay. Good morning again from Glacier Bay. We're watching out our back balcony and seeing little pieces of the glacier rolling by us. Still pretty hazy, but it's brighter. We've seen some seals already this morning playing off the back of the boat. And we have our park rangers narrating right now what we're seeing. So it's nice. We just turn up our TV, listen to it, and watch off the back of our balcony. We've got the perfect view. We can see, oh, Grandpa says, look at this one right here. We've passed one of the glaciers, Lamp Lug, I think it's called, and we're coming up to another one. Grandpa took a picture, but I'm not sure how well it turned out yet. I was doing laundry. So, here's some more dirty pieces of ice. All right, we're still at Glacier Bay, and I have a correction. We are coming and swiveling right now, and we're gonna take a look at the Lamplug Glacier. It's kind of dirty looking. It's to the right of this. As you can see, we are going very slowly as he turns so that everybody on the ship on both sides can see. We're lucky because we can see all of it across the back. We'll have a beautiful long view of it. Kind of pan here so you can see the landscape where we've just been. Lots of glacier pieces floating down the bay.
And if you want to know, we are in Johns Hopkins Inlet.
What was it called?
Johns Hopkins Inlet.
Johns Hopkins Inlet. I wonder how it got its name. Sounds like the hospital.
It's a school.
And a school. Okay, here we are. We can see more of the glacier now. Coming up. Here we are, we're swinging around even more, and you can see the blue. I told Dad, I said, it reminds me of looking at crystal under a microscope. You see all the jagged edges. It's like crystals in humongous form, which in fact they are. But very beautiful.
Pretty darn cool.
It is pretty darn cool. Kids, if you ever have the opportunity to do this, come on up. That's me, your Travelog mom and grandma. Okay, I want to zoom in a little bit here, kids, so you can see the colors. Some beautiful blue hues. This is Lamplug Glacier. And the captain is swiveling the boat around, so both sides of the boat have ample view. Only thing we've seen this morning, we've seen some snow geese, little birds, and some seals playing. No whales yet, but the day is not over. Lovely little seagull. I don't know if I can fan fly enough. Who's just flying off the back here, just back and forth. Hard to keep up with him. We have oodles of gulls flying, landing in the water below us in the stream of the boat. We're up at Marguerite Glacier now, and we're turning, so we'll be able to catch the backside. This is the glacier that's known to calve more frequently, and we might just get lucky and hear it and see it. It's supposed to have a really thunderous sound when it goes. Here we are, we're turning and we're starting to get a look at Marguerite Glacier. This is the one they say calves fairly regularly. They say it's a rare day when it doesn't. Maybe we're here at the right time, maybe we're not. But we'll keep our eyes and ears open. We have lots of gulls here. There are two varieties. I can't remember what the park ranger said they were, but maybe we can have Jerry and Jody identify them for us. And Grandpa's laughing at me right now. But I want to remember this and share it with my kids. We're at Marguerite Glacier, and I hope you can see the colors, because they're much more intense than the last glacier we saw. It's a lot colder too, Grandpa says, yes. We're so glad we're here on the balcony because we're protected. But when we lean out, you get a sense of how cold it really is. If we listen really carefully, I know there's some people on either side of us talking, but we're hearing subtle cracks. And on the lower right-hand side, there's a big crevice. And I think if anyone's gonna go, it looks like it could be that one, the lower right-hand side.
You heard crack?
I did. We just heard it crack, but I didn't have my camera on early enough. Let's listen. It sounds like gunshots, thunder.
Cool, cracking noise.
It would be nifty. Grandpa's hoping for a calving here. We've never seen it before. At least not live.
I'm hoping for a couple. How tall it is.
Very tall.
Part of it was small, mushy there. They must have fallen off before.
Down at the bottom.
And never fell in all the way. The stuff right here, the soft looking stuff.
Okay.
In the middle.
Yes. Oh, I see where you're talking about. To the left of the black, where...
Hear it?
Do you hear it?
Turn up the volume of that thing or no?
No.
Oh, something's going.
Listen.
Hear it?
I do hear it. Hopefully the camera picked it up. It was a prolonged...
Gravity is working on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really eerie, isn't it?
It's very eerie, yes, Grandpa, it is. You hear the glaciers talking to you.
That boat's gonna get really close.
Oh, there is one over there. Just heard another little thunder.
go.
Am I aiming the right way? Grandpa thinks it's getting ready to go.
That crevice is opening up more.
The one on the right?
The one on the left, the triangle one.
Yes, right at the end there.
Well, I don't think it's the end.
Well, no,
Where
by the
dark
black,
stripes are.
where the black stripes are.
Where it hits the water. I think that one's getting ready to roll.
That's what I thought too.
Because there are a couple pieces just fell off of it.
Did it?
Yeah. It almost looks like a water is ice there.
Probably is ice.
Where is it? Oh, would it be cool if that real big hunk would fall off?
There is a large piece to the right. Can you hear it?
Tell this guy he can't move until the big hunk falls off.
Right.
Well, we're supposed to be here for an hour.
Right. Yeah, the ship's captain is keeping us here for an hour, which is great, so we might just get to witness.
Oh, there goes a piece. Off to the left. See it fall in?
To the left of the black striations?
Yeah. It's in the kind of a crunchy looking part. Just some little crunchies fell in. There it goes.
Did you see? Did you hear it? Did you see it? We got it.
That was cool. That's a big hunk of ice.
It was a big hunk of ice. I have a feeling it's not over.
Oh, something on the right one.
Hear people moving on the deck above us. That's not it. One thing that's nice about these staterooms, at least where we are, it's so soundproof. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't hear people anywhere.
Nope.
It's beautiful. Get a good night's sleep, except when I'm coughing. But
See it.
or it's getting ready to fall. More audible sounds. You should see all these gulls. Oh my gosh, they just swarm in. Sure, they're looking for handouts, but we do not feed. Apparently, Princess is one of the few cruise lines they allow in the park because of their green, you know, environmentally very friendly. And Grandpa says, yeah, they probably paid a bucket load of money too, but it's very cool. We're turning now, so we should have another vantage point of the glacier in a few minutes. We just heard crack. We're looking.
This guy's going right through the ice field.
I hear it. Isn't that it?
Boat.
Oh, it's the boat. Oh, there's a little boat down there. I did too.
Are you filming this? Oh my gosh.
Well, you never know when it's gonna go.
That's true.
A piece of it just went. I think I caught the tail end. I got the tail end of it, I think. Yes, it was splashing. Yeah. Went down right in there. Okay.
See? It's going. There it goes!
We got it. That was the piece we predicted was going to go, wasn't it, Grandpa? Part of it went. I think there's still part of it there, but... Wow. Couldn't hear anything because of the wake we're making here as we head on out. Getting colder too now. The wind is picking up and we're at a different angle. Beautiful. Good morning, Whittier, Alaska. It's Saturday morning. We're getting ready to head down to the wheelhouse for our disembarkation. Just wanted to give you a beautiful shot. It's a great day in Alaska. We've seen some beautiful scenery and wildlife and have had a wonderful time. It's a beautiful state. Here's the harbor. We'll be focusing into the sun here. Beautiful sunrise. And we'll be off to Fairbanks by plane. I think we take a motor coach first to Anchorage and then we fly out of Anchorage to Fairbanks. More later. Have a good one.
You know, at first it's probably this log to go across. Well, that seems like a pretty big barrier to them when they're little bitty guys, and so we help them across. But eventually, as they grow, they will make it over the top, and then we give lots of praise on the other side. And they learn something from this. They learn, basically, we're not asking them to do anything that's impossible, but always that we'll also that we will always be there to help them. Did it make it?
Yeah.
We'll always be there to help them if the going gets tough. And really, that pays huge dividends when we're out on the trail together with them later on in life.
So everybody hangs together even though the trail gets tougher and the obstacles get larger then?
Absolutely. You know, what we want to do is as these guys grow up, we're always challenging them just a little bit further to make sure that we're reinforcing that idea of trust and be trust. And so when they get older, like this guy right here, then they start going on long walks in the woods with us. And we always take older dogs with us because those dogs, especially retired lead dogs, it's very important. I consider the retired dogs the most important ones in the kennel. So the older dogs run in front. There we go. See, look at that one make it now. And the puppies will chase after it through brush, trees, ravines, water, whatever. And when they get out their ways, then I'll call them back. The retired dog runs to me, the puppies chase it back, and by doing that again and again, the pups start learning a couple skills, really, that are important. Number one, they learn to listen for my voice. Now, that's critical when I start teaching them commands, let's say. But the second, and by far the most important thing they learn, is always follow the lead dog, because the lead dog is the one that will safely bring them home, and they need that skill when they go in harness. And what happens as they mature is they get to the point, and I'm looking at each puppy as an individual. I don't look at them as a group, because as they mature, they're getting ready to go in harness, and when they have those skills, we put them in. Now, the things I look for are physical traits like stamina, speed, strength, but the most important thing I look for is has the instinct to pull kicked in, and if all those come together, then it's a recipe for the dogs to succeed, because we want them to succeed, have a good time, and want to do it again. So that's when I hitch the pups up. But if I didn't have great lead dogs up front, and just hitched up puppies, it'd be like first grade with no teachers. It would be total pandemonium out there. So I hook in the lead dogs first, like you'll see today, and then the rest of the dogs can go into the team. And now today, I'm going to run 10 dogs, but there'll be times when I can easily run up to 20 dogs, because the leaders are that good, and the relationship, of course, is based on that trust that started when they're little puppies, because I don't have any reins or mechanical means to signal which way to go. It's strictly voice command. And one of the things you're going to see here too is how that instinct to pull is so pervasive in these dogs. You can see that I'm not making them go forward or even telling them to go forward. They're wanting to go forward just out of the love of what they do. So I don't need any extra power, as you can imagine. So I've removed the engine on this thing here. I don't need it. Number two, I've reinforced these brakes here. But if I wasn't tied off to this rope, if I wasn't tied off to this rope, then thank goodness it was on there, I'd be out the gate already. So as soon as this last one gets into the line, I'm going to take off, and then I'll give you a call from the other side.
Okay, we'll put a watch on this. Now, obviously, they want to go, that's for sure. So he won't say mush, he's going to say hike or all right. Hang on, David. Wow, they are fired up. Now, they'll go through the dog yard, come behind the vet barn. They're going to be headed north, and then we'll lose sight of them. I'll tell you where to pick them up again in just a second. But this is the thing, there's 10 dogs on the trail, gathering speed. These jokers in the yard are saying, hey, pick me. I'm better than that dog in the middle. They get excited about this. Now, beyond the water, you can see the back trail. And he's going to boil out of the bushes doing close to 20 miles an hour here in a second. You'll be able to watch this whole run. If you can't see clearly from where you are, depend on the video, because Robbie's going to zoom in as far as we can, and you'll be able to watch him go all the way down to a tight left turn, come all the way back. Keep in mind, all he has is his voice to control these dogs. So they should be coming out any second here. And that four-wheeler weighs
Here
in
we
at
are
about
on the far
600
side of the
pounds.
lake, and we're really flying. I felt like I was on a slingshot when we took off there. These dogs are having a wonderful run, and that's because, just like when they were puppies, they're following the example of those lead dogs, and so they're matching them stride for stride, which is the reason we're sustaining a speed of it's nearly 20 miles an hour, which is remarkable when you consider that the four-wheeler and I weigh over 600 pounds, and these dogs are pulling us along like we weigh nothing. I have to give them a sharp command here. I'll sign off. I'll call you on the way back.
Okay, there it is. Ha, that's left. G is right, like driving mules on the farm. But again, no reins on their backs and no bits in their teeth. So it's all this relationship that you saw starting right here translated into those leaders being able to listen to those verbal commands. And they did it again. Here they come.
Here we come out of the trees, and we're headed home. And this is really the time of the run where I want to look at them and see as a group how they've responded to the training that I've given them. Because like Olympic marathoners, these guys need energy in reserve to use for a final kick into the finish line. Because there might be teams in front of us that we need to pass. There might be teams behind us, so we need to keep those competitors back there, and that takes energy reserves. Now these guys look like they have it. It's going to be a great winter with them, and I look forward to running them. I'll tell you more about them when I get back.
Now years ago, Susan was training a team on the frozen Yukon River. The run was going fine. All of a sudden, without a command, the lead dog jumped to the right. Well, she called her back with a haw command. 10 yards later, the dog jumped right again. This time, Susan let that dog pull the whole team off the ice. The minute they got up on the high bank, the ice collapsed right where they would have been. Completely broke up. They would have been killed, and we never would have found them. And so this is the kind of relationship going both ways that saves lives out there. And David, they did it again. These guys just broke 3 minutes, 2:57.
We have a very full evening planned for you. Ellen and I have a pretty good idea what it is you came to hear about, so I'm going to ask that you hold your questions, please, till the end of the program. I think you'll find it's the best use of your time. Restrooms are located between the two buildings here, underneath the restroom sign. In between the buildings, if you need to use a restroom at any time, head down there. I look forward to seeing you all in about 25 minutes. Thank you.
You've got suspect running in swing. That's the position right after the lead dog's swing dog. That looks like Rebel right there in the swing position. See that giant dog being hooked up right now? That's Vernon. He's not even 2 years old. He's the biggest dog we have in our yard. His brother is Bailey over here on the end. Vernon is 85 pounds and has tons of power, but also is looking to have great capabilities as a leader. You can see right now Jeff is switching him right into the lead position. Jeff wants to try him out in that lead position, and he's going to be trying him out with a very seasoned leader. In the third position are the team dogs. The team dogs are very important, and depending on how many dogs you have on the game line, you can have 2, 4, 6, 8 team dogs. You know, a lot of times the team dogs are the best dogs on your team. They're the ones you don't have to think about. They run with everyone. They get along with everyone. They eat really well. They're that kind of dog. In the wheel, you've got some other big dogs there. Notice how quiet it's going to get. Let's count in seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Silence! Rebel, mama of those pups. And Suspect, who you're going to meet again later on. These are all Alaskan Huskies. I know some of you were coming here expecting to see a slightly different looking dog, and we're going to talk more about that. But first I want to talk about what is a husky. There are many types of... We're just not physically capable of doing that. Everyone, I'd like you to meet Norton. He's going to do his best to steal the show, and we'll just let him. He's from the motorcycle litter, Norton, Vespa, Harley, Rebel here. Anyway, so that's the third adaptation, that ability to really harness the energy and food and fuel system. You know, many people ask us about the way because she needs to gently nudge him out of there so we can take a little break, and then so he can go back in when he wants to, and he's back in again. So that's a great way to see Suspect do his thing. He absolutely loves it. He loves it as a puppy, so Jeff said, well, I think I'll make it one for him as an adult dog.
mushroom, put some of it behind the mushroom, putting the mushroom's weight closer to the center of the ski. Getting my weight more distributed over the whole runner and also providing a wonderful place to sit down and go up the trail. When I first showed up at the start of the Iditarod with this new design, everybody laughed at me. Then I won the race sitting down. Not laughing anymore. Sleds weigh about 50 pounds when they're empty and about 150 pounds when they're loaded up. Because there's about 100 pounds of stuff you want to carry in your sled. There's some things you don't want to send ahead in the bag. You want them on board, like an axe. I want the axe on board. Snowshoes, repair kit, first aid kit, sleeping bag, fire starter, dry clothes, stuff like that. And this device here, I can turn ice and snow into boiling water. This contraption uses methanol as fuel. It takes 10 or 15 minutes to turn ice and snow into boiling water with this thing. And I'm always going to have 30 or 40 pounds of dog food in the sled right here. The single biggest, single heaviest thing I'm going to carry in my dog sled is going to be dog food in this lunch bag. And this 40 pounds of dog food means about as much to my dog team as a bowl of chips and guacamole means to you before dinner. It's just something to hold you over till the main meal.
Okay, we are at Mount McKinley. Just a quick, the clouds have just blown across Mount McKinley and we can actually see the tip. Supposedly we're part of the 20% club now. Apparently it's not visible because the winds and everything just make it impossible to see the majority of the time. But there it is. It's to the right of the tree. That's the top of Mount McKinley. We're in Talkeetna now, and Grandpa and I just came down to where the three rivers meet. The Susitna, the Chitna, and Santa Maria. I can't remember the three. We'll have to look them up. But they all kind of merge here in Talkeetna, and we're looking for little rocks for the grandkids. I think I picked one up that might have some gold flakes in it, Grandpa thought. So who knows? Maybe we'll have to stay a little longer. Love you guys. See you soon. We are so lucky Mount McKinley is totally clear right now, kids. You are looking at the peak without any clouds. From what I hear from the locals, this is an extreme rarity.
Only not cloud cover 20% of the time.
Yeah, it's cloudy 80% of the time, clear 20%. Beautiful.
Sorry.
Grandpa blowing his nose. Beautiful.